Separation Sunday. I'm Scott Hansen. You're tuned in to the EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 13. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin out in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is Daniel Carlson. They need his leg to come through on this one, and he responds. Field goal is good. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they host the Denver Broncos. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Lions get the victory, 27-21 the final. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is Isaiah Likely. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Packers get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2027 New Orleans Saints.
On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And this return going to come to a quick end as he's belted at the end of that. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson.
Prescott's pass.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Chase Young in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
Got him to win.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1.
Here we go.
Another run by Bigsby. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for us Saints.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6 now.
At the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
3-19,
From the gun, Bigsby. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for us Saints. First down.
On play action, Fields. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And quickly, they get to the line.
No gain on
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm with actually Up it up to closer to 50%. Only because they saw some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs. But sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Cowboys.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Prescott off play action. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't say it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
There was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. This defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Given 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Bigsby once more. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Bigsby. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Saints. First down.
Bigsby is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
A run here with Bigsby. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Take Bigsby. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and then go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back till you got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
First down, Dallas.
Here's Prescott. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On the carry, Bigsby. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There's a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for us Saints.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tate Bigsby with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As these guys are able to push that lead out a bit further to try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Dallas gets set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7-0 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. With a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Able to slither by. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And now they're in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Fields. Rolling to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. But he's down inside the 5 and the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. What a way to kick off what should be a pivotal week of football ahead, so here we go. Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is Daniel Carlson. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is Isaiah Likely. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Packers get the W by 2 touchdowns. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions hosting the Denver Broncos. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. The Lions are getting hot. It's a 3rd straight win, and they take this one in style. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, give a side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 551, 551, son.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
14 yards.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
32-yard line.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Saints.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking it about the 36. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 50 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
19 seconds. EQ.
Now it's Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Here's a give up the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's fourth down.
They run for it with Bigsby. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
Now Fields. Open man here is Benson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Saints first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Fields. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down and goal to go.
Here we go, side. Go.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, side. Me. Chip slant. Right.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Flushed out right. Touchdown! Chris Olave from 3 yards out. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But Charles, let's focus on the positive. The lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ballgame.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I'm not expecting them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time. Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows them to have some success.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 25.
Prescott from the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
It's now 4th down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 33-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd down and a yard.
2nd down at the 34-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 166 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Benson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive of 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Breaks through the contact. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Little. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been 1 step ahead of this defense all game long. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a runner. It's going to be a thrower. Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Fields now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 4 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At the 16-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Fields. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And bulldozing his way through. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Saints, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. And tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys will try to put together another dominant performance after a blowout win their last time out. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Young will set to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's the Panthers punter now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year. You guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Fields. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tank Bigsby with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew, so they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out, gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, this unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you are defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
On play action, Fields
Gets it to Brown, complete. There'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down, New Orleans.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 50 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Rolling to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
He finds Austin complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Good.
They'll run with Benson.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's
That's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, if you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Young to throw it. That's taken in. It's Xavier Ligon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Option right, Young. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and a couple.
Second down at the 39-yard line.
Now the first carry for their fullback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina! Chuba Hubbard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
And here on 3rd down, your number 1 goal, don't be a hero, just get the 1st down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him. And he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Steps away. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They run over center with Benson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Fields escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Fields. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now last drive, so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw, Young. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
At the 40-yard
Now Young. Pressure gets to him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The visitors' offense had their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. The Saints' offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the last quarter.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. To throw is Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball out to punt for New Orleans. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Here's Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Looking to throw, Young. Being chased out left. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Young. Got him in, and that's Lugan. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
Brian Brzee in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
A loss of 7. Brings up second.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
4 yards to pick up, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Fields. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And they are going for it. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
At the 37.
Now it's Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw
chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Out of the gun, it's Young.
That one complete to again.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 28-yard line.
On play action. Young. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to walk her on deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards.
That's good for a Carolina Panther. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Throwing. Young. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Chase Young
In there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
On the set. Shot. 17. Set. Ready. Yellow. 22.
Young will set to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ramos. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Down.
Young now.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
For the Panthers field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15. First down, New Orleans.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Don't jump. Ready? 319, just set.
Again, Fields. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Justin Fields, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's a flashy move by Fitzgerald. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
2nd and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Set. 45. White. Set.
Young. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's Young. is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Let's go.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
First down, Saints.
Here we go. Go.
Play action. It's Fields. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
A give left side for Benson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Justin Fields.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
10 black. Hut.
To throw, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramos. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Meadows. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
47-yard line.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
2nd and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Young to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
It's 3rd and 8.
Young now from the 50. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Ted McMillan, 50 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for them.
First down, New Orleans.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Ready. 10 black.
Looking to throw, Young. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Off the play fake, Young. And he's got a man wide open, complete.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Panthers.
One last shot for Young. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New Orleans, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with
Who's ready for some December football? Hi, everyone. Scott Hanson here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 14. Plenty to get you caught up on. We begin in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on the New Orleans Saints. And it's the Tank Bigsby. He's going to take this one in as he goes 4 yards on the rushing touchdown. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's Lamar Jackson. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Ravens are going to come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And it's the man, Saquon Barkley. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hanson. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.